We're all tuned in to every angle. Yes, God. Let me do each over here. No, you know what? I'm going to do this. Okay, so I'm live there, live there. Just double check. I'm live everywhere. Okay. Yes. God. Oh, this is Honey Pot, which is the holistic health business based in Durham. And what I'm coming on to talk about today is the 7 herbal blends that I have created and formulated to assist and facilitate women in addressing their holistic health, particularly dealing with womb health. So give me just one more minute, and then I'm going to get into it. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to ask me. I'm here to answer questions, but I'm just going to give a rundown of all of my 7 blends and what they are specifically intended for. So I'm live there. I'm live on IG. Yes, God. Hey, y'all. Thank you so much. Yeah, I like short hair. Yes, God. My hair is, it's very versatile. My preference is short. Yes, God. So I'm just going to share this video on my Facebook. So I'm actually doing this live from Facebook, my YouTube channel, and Instagram, so that this content can be everywhere. Okay, did I start this? Here. Am I on camera or what? It says connecting. Okay, whatever. We're gonna just continue on. I can put this on my Facebook page later. Okay. So again, I have created 7 blends, and I'm gonna briefly run over them and what they are intended for in terms of use. And let's see, I haven't had anyone ask anything on Instagram yet. Okay. All right. So the Abundance Blend is a blend that is specifically formulated to assist women with fertility. And it is designed to cleanse and balance the womb and really clean out the endometrial lining, the uterine lining. And that's where our cycles are. Well, let me just back up. So every 28 days, typically, a woman has a menstrual cycle. And the purpose of this menstrual cycle is to support life if she happens to conceive within that ovulation or conception period during her 28-day cycle. And so there are various issues that come up when we have imbalances in our body that can cause different things within our womb, causing dis-ease and causing us to experience different issues relating to fertility, relating to things like endometriosis, relating to things like cysts and fibroids, irregular cycles, and a whole host of other things. So the Abundance Blend is specifically designed for a woman who is in the process of trying to conceive or considering conceiving within, I would say, the next 6 months. I think it's really good practice to really have the intention of creating a healthy, safe, clear space in your womb when you are creating life there. So that blend supports a healthy pH and creates a more fertile environment. That blend also can be used to help to manage really painful cycles. So a lot of times we'll have cramps and we'll have a lot of, aching, just acheage in our bodies, especially in our wombs. And so abundance can definitely help with that as well. The next blend that I have is called Clarity. And Clarity is a blend that is really designed to assist with the emotional aspect of your healing. And we hold on to a lot of emotions or energy in motion in our womb. And so clarity is something with the specific intention of helping us to clear our minds, to clear those emotions, to allow us to release those emotions, as well as being nurturing. So that blend has some herbs that are known to assist with mood. St. John's wort is one of the key herbs in that particular blend. The Delicacy blend is specifically designed for postpartum, and that means whether you have had a live birth, whether you have had a miscarriage, whether you've had an abortion. Delicacy is designed to really be a gentle cleansing. It's really designed to be delicate, hence the name Delicacy, because that's a time when we are really in need of healing and we're in need of being poured back into. And so all of these steams, just as a general note, will, so what's happening when you're steaming is that you're releasing the beneficial medical properties from herbs and you are intaking them through the mucous membrane and the perineal tissues and muscle. And so those herbs and medicinal properties do go into your bloodstream. So that's the kind of the physical part of steaming. The energetic, emotional part of steaming is that herbs and steam really allow us to just be vulnerable and open up and let go of things. And both, because things have an energetic counterpart or an emotional counterpart. So when we are experiencing any disease in our body, we first have to really look at healing in our mind, in our heart, first, before the physical body. We have to actually conceptualize being well and being whole. And so that's kind of the other side of steaming. This video is really in the context of talking about the physical benefits of steaming, but there's a whole host of energetic, emotional, and spiritual benefits to steaming as well. The Purify Blend is specifically, so that blend has herbs that are designed to really promote cleansing and detoxification of the blood and the tissues. So this blend addresses bacteria vaginosis, recurring yeast infections. It really helps to increase the blood flow, and the more rigorous or the more kind of circulatory the blood is, the more our body is able to really address imbalances. Excuse me. So Purify is great for that, and it's also it's good for dealing with excess mucus. Now, when I say excess mucus, that it's normal for us to have discharge from our honey pots. That's completely normal, but you can tell when the discharge is it's yeasty. So that really also indicates an overconsumption of sugar and starches in the diet. And so also something to kind of frame this whole video with is that steaming is definitely beneficial and has a lot of benefits. Your nutrition is first and foremost. You really have to address your health through your nutrition, because herbs will only take you so far. If you're not having the proper building blocks in your cells and you're at a cellular level, your disease is going to have a very hard time vacating your body. The Transform blend, so this is the blend that is designed to really help to alleviate heavy menstrual flow. This is the blend that I suggest and recommend for endometriosis, for anyone dealing with cysts and fibroids. This blend is specifically designed to release toxins, to regulate irregular cycles, and to really and hence the name Transform, to really transform the way that you are experiencing your honey pot currently. So a lot of times, I know myself personally, I experienced really kind of uncomfortable and painful cycles. And when I first began steaming, I noticed that I was starting to pass a lot of clots. And so that's the type of, if you're noticing clots in your cycle, that's also an indication of your diet, but it's also, you know, so our diet, just like our colon, okay, really affects the way that buildup happens in the womb. The same way we go and get our colon cleansed. It's kind of like that, but for the uterine lining. And we have the Refresh blend, which is, so this blend is really designed for menopausal symptoms, which doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be, that you're menopause age or that you're experiencing menopause, but menopausal symptoms include things like dryness. This blend is designed to help to restore moisture, hormonal balance, and there's also herbs that have been noted to assist with hot flashes, fissures, hemorrhoids, and things of that nature. And then the last blend is Victorious. And this blend was specifically designed for emotional work in terms of the intention behind the blend is to really create the to assist you into conceptualizing being victorious. And that can mean specifically dealing with trauma. That can mean specific, it's kind of, again, this is more of a blend that was created on the emotional energetic side. They're all on the emotional energetic side, but this one was specifically to help with cleansing, energetic cleansing. So this blend has sage in it. It has calendula in it. And it has been, the feedback that I've gotten from the blend has been really amazing. And so I'm really excited to actually start doing being more organized around collecting data around the steam. So I really appreciate everyone who has given me feedback so that I can kind of keep track of what's going on. And yes, God, I'm out in my front yard doing this video with honey butter. It's not sweat, it's shine. But yes, so yeah, I'm really excited to be moving over into really doing a lot more education around steaming, education around herbs, education around business and entrepreneurship, education around personal development, and energy work. So if anyone has any questions, I can't really see the phone, so I'm gonna bring it over here. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to let me know, but I wanted to make sure that I just came through and described what all my blends were for, because I got the question and I'm of the mindset now, like, why respond to one person when I can respond and make it accessible to the world? Yes, God. So yeah, if anyone has any questions, please let me know. And I would be more than happy to answer them. I'm going to go ahead and post this. Did I wave at everybody? Okay, there. Hi, Jazzy B. All right, so I don't think there's been any questions yet. So now that that's done, no, but yeah, so ask me anything. You know, I'm trying to get this kind of like, trying to get this situated so that I can, what did I do? I turned it around. Okay. Yes, God. So I hope everyone is having you're so welcome. You're welcome. Let's see. No, so the bundle boxes are not a subscription. I'm actually, thank you for bringing that up, because I'm gonna go ahead and change that verbiage on the site. That they're not a subscription. They were initially, I was thinking about designing them like that. I want people to be able to have more flexibility than that. So I'm gonna go ahead and rectify that. Also, Thank you for reminding me. I'm going to be adding another service onto my steam packages that's specifically designed for steaming with young women and their mothers, preferably, or their aunties or their grandmothers, or but I definitely want to create a service around the intention of having type of a rites of passage to really do an educational type of consultation, not consultation, but just session with adolescents to really kind of teach them about their body and really enforce the fact that their honeypots are sacred. And it's nothing to be disgusted by. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's nothing to, you know, to not honor. Yes, the link to YouTube is in my bio. Yay, okay. Yep, and so again, the online product store is open from Wednesday to Saturday. So I open it early Wednesday morning, sometimes late Tuesday night before I go to bed. And then I close it down on Saturday evening, just because I get a lot of orders. And so I really need to be able to manage the way, because I want to make sure that I'm keeping my customer service up, and then I'm being able to provide and meet expectations. And also I need to carve aside time to do more writing. So anyone who is not on my mailing list, I have started a blog / newsletter I'm going to be sending out while in tandem while I'm creating my course content. So feel free to check out my blog or just subscribe to my blog. The link is in the bio on my WordPress. Yay. Mango butter coming back. Yeah, I can do mango butter. I just have to, mango butter is not as requested as the regular honey butter. Sinishra, yes, definitely. You know what? Thank you for that suggestion. That is a great suggestion. I'm going to add that to my consultations. Yeah, I'll definitely add that to my consultations. It's definitely something that ideally, you know, I would want to do in person, but it's also something that I would love to I would be honored, actually, not just love, but I would be honored and grateful to share my knowledge and value in that way with young women, because that's really a big passion of mine, is working with young women. And speaking to young women in large groups. So I would love that. I would really, really love that. Thank you so much for that suggestion. You are so welcome. I know it should be 3. Okay, crazy nurse. So I would definitely, number one, recommend the Victorious blend, and then I would also interchange that with the Refresh blend. And so one of the things that I definitely want to create content around dealing with emotional trauma, because a lot of times the things that we experience and the imbalances that we experience in our womb, not a lot of times, all the time, they have an energetic and emotional root. And so that's why I'm so passionate about creating the courses, because like I said, herbs help and they're great and they're wonderful. And even diet is great and wonderful. If you have to deal with the actual root to be able to really free yourself from different symptoms and different imbalances. Oh, that would be so sweet. Sinitra. I hope I'm saying that right. I have a lot of that. That's very interesting. I don't know what specifically you mean is very interesting, but I agree with you. I think you're probably talking about the energetic counterpart. And yeah, and so that's not for everybody. You know, some people don't really want to subscribe to that, and it's not really their thing, and that's fine. You know, and that's why the content, you know, the courses will be optional. You know, you can choose to invest in that or not, but I will definitely be creating content, both written and video content around that will be free, and you don't have to purchase any courses. Thank you so much, girl. Thank you. I just got to wash all the hair off my head. But okay, so I'm going to go ahead and end this live because I want to make sure that it's going to save. I need to post it. I'm going to kind of edit just a little bit, and then I'm going to post it to YouTube. So thank you all so much for joining me and spending some time. Chronic yeast infection. So I would definitely look at the diet with that. With the chronic yeast infections, so there's a couple different things. The diet, it's definitely beneficial to do a juice or smoothie cleanse when you're having any type of recurring anything, whether it's a yeast infection, whether it's, a sore throat, whether it's a stomach ache, whether it's a rash. Anything that's recurring is kind of your body telling you that you need to do some cleansing and purging. And so that's what I mean. There's a physical cleanse that happens, but there's also an emotional cleanse and purge that needs to happen. And so that's kind of something that I think that we all kind of understand and have a general knowledge about, but not all of us really have like viable steps to or are confident in knowing about how to do that. And if we do it, are we doing it correctly? And what are some of the things that can be indicators and all that? So that's the type of content that I'm going to be focusing on. You're so welcome. Okay. Yeah, yeast is just sugar and bread. So breads, pastas, cookies, cakes. If you're having recurring yeast infections, you shouldn't be eating any of that until your body has. And that's not to say that you can. It's to say that at this current point in time, your body has an overgrowth. So because your body has an overgrowth, you give your body the opportunity to release that overgrowth and become back balanced again. And, things are okay in moderation, but if you have kind of been in a state of imbalance for a while, you really want to do yourself and your body a favor and give it a reprieve and give it a rest. Yes, God. All right, y'all. So thank you so much. I love you. I hope everyone has an amazing Thursday night and weekend. If I don't, I'll be talking to you again soon. So again, if you are interested in my blogs or my writings, I've started being more active in my email list. So I'm going to be sending out helpful tips and kind of just, things. So yes, God. So have who is stalking me this time? Like, who are you? Why do people drive so? Oh, probably because I have a speed bump in front of my house. That's why people drive so slow. Nobody's stalking you, Megan.